Hello students, today we will be discussing about thermal physics. Before starting thermal physics, we will be discussing certain examples. Okay, this is the first example. A solid, you can see a diagram of a solid. It is closely knit. This is a fixed shape, has fixed volume. That means the same two molecules are very rigid and closely packed together, and they vibrate and they move slightly. When heated, these particles they vibrate and move slightly because they have very strong bonds. Whereas in liquid, you can see how liquid is arranged. Okay, liquid takes the shape of the container. There is no fixed shape, there is no fixed volume also. They are loosely packed. Compared to solids, they are loosely packed and they slide over each other. You can see they slide over each other. They have strong bondings also. Okay, the liquid. Now we will come to gases. So the kinetic energy of gas, you can see, is more. There is no fixed shape. You can see the distance between the molecules. They are far apart. Okay, the molecules are far apart. They are free and fast. They can freely move and they can fastly move in any area. Okay, their bonds are very weak. They are spread out. That is why their bonds are very weak. If we take for example a room wherein a gas is filled, the gas will take the shape of the room. That is why we say once we take a room or a container, it will take the shape of the container. So that is, if we take a room inside which a gas is filled, we will say the volume of the gas is the size of the room. So we can discuss certain important points. The first point is what is temperature and what is internal energy. Okay, so what is temperature? Temperature is the average kinetic energy of the molecules in a substance. Okay, in a substance, the average energy of the molecules in a substance. You can see a substance over here. Okay, the molecules are moving. When we heat, the molecules start moving, vibrating, or they are vibrating, or they are moving over each other, or they are freely moving. Internal energy, what is internal energy is that it is the total sum of kinetic energy and potential energy in a molecule in a substance. So this is the basic difference between the two. What is temperature? Average kinetic energy of the molecules in a substance, whereas internal energy is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy of molecules in a substance. Okay, there are two types of energy exist internally inside molecules. One is kinetic energy, second is potential energy. So this is the temperature. In temperature, what happens is that when the temperature increases or when we heat, the molecule starts moving, or they start vibrating, or they are moving over each other, or they are freely moving. So in a particular substance, if this is a substance, if we start heating, inside the molecules are trying to move faster and faster. On the outside, the temperature is rising and it becomes hotter and hotter. So when the temperature increases, the kinetic energy of molecules also increases. And when the temperature decreases, the kinetic energy of the molecules also decreases. Here what happens is that there are two types of energy exist internally in the molecules. One is kinetic energy, second is potential energy. The potential energy is the energy stored inside the molecules. Here you can see that the potential energy is the energy stored inside the molecule. The more apart the molecules are, they have more energy. When heat is given to any object, its temperature increases. So as temperature increases, the volume also increases. For the volume is the increases, the space between the molecules has to increase. That means if temperature increases, the volume of the substance also increases. For volume to increase, the space between the molecule has to increase. So when temperature over here, when it increases, the kinetic energy increases, and every single molecule does not have the same energy. Hence the average kinetic energy in general, the total amount of all the molecules is average. Okay, so every single molecules does not have the same energy. It is different for every different molecules. But if you take the average kinetic energy in general, if you take the total average, the total amount of all the molecules is the average. Okay, so we have discussed two parameters. One is temperature. Temperature is the average kinetic energy of the molecules, and internal energy we had compared with internal energy. Internal energy is the total sum of kinetic energy and potential energy in molecules in a particular substance. So having said that, evaporation can happen at any temperature below the boiling point. Let's take an example and see. Okay, so here what is happening is that we have taken a beaker wherein a liquid is taken, and heat is given. Once heat is given, you can see the molecules, the energetic molecules on the surface of the liquid, they break and they try to escape. So less energetic molecules remain. This is the less energetic molecules, and this is more energetic molecules. You can see it has been converted into water vapor. More energetic molecules has been converted into water vapor. They try to go above, and the less energetic molecules remain inside the liquid. So average kinetic energy of the molecule remains molecules of remaining liquid decreases. The average kinetic energy of the remaining molecule decreases, and the temperature decreases. Here the temperature is decreasing, here it is increasing. Okay. Now if we consider the increase rate of evaporation, you can see the increase rate of evaporation is by heating. Once a heat is given, it can increase the rate of evaporation. Second, by increasing the surface area. You can see that when the heat is given, here highly energetic molecules you can see over here, and the high energetic upper liquid. This is the upper liquid of the molecules. And thirdly, what is happening here is that we can increase evaporation by, you can see over here, third is the wind current. If more heat is given, the currents can carry the vapor. Okay, the purity of the material also affects the boiling point. Okay, the purity of the material also affects the boiling point and the melting point. So we had seen two factors wherein the increase in the rate of evaporation is first by heating, the second is by increasing the surface area. We had seen that the surface area, when it increases, how the surface area increases, this is a liquid. When it is heated, it goes above. So above where it forms water vapor, you can see the above part, it is increasing, the increase in surface area. This is also factor for heating. Okay, the high energetic molecules is on the upper liquid. This is the upper liquid. Okay, this is highly energetic. The third condition was wind currents. When this highly energetic water vapor molecules is on the upper part, the wind currents above, they carry the heat. Okay, so this is the one more factor which affects the heating is the purity of the material. You can see the purity of the material also affects the boiling point and the melting point. We can take an example of an impure ice. Once the impure ice is heated, the melting point will not be accurately 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, impure water boils and the boiling point will not be accurately 100 degrees Celsius. So here when an impure ice is taken, the melting point will not be accurately 0 degrees Celsius. It will not melt at accurate 0 degrees Celsius. And secondly, when impure water boils, the boiling point of the water, we had said earlier, it is 100 degrees Celsius for pure water. This is impure water, so the water will not boil at correct 0 degrees Celsius. It will slightly exceed for impure water. Okay. Now the bonding between the molecules is also affecting only at the melting point and the boiling point. When the molecules leave one state and go to another state. For example, we had seen earlier wherein the water is heated and when the ice is heated, it reaches the melting point, and when it is further heated, the boiling point, it goes to the boiling point and it boils. Okay, so bonding between the molecules is affecting at melting point and boiling point also. The bonding, in a sense, at ice it was closer together. When it is heated, it becomes further apart, and it comes to the melting point at 0 degrees Celsius for pure water. And when it is further heated, it reaches 100 degrees Celsius and the molecules are much more apart. This is what it is we are trying to specify. So the bonding between the molecules is affecting at boiling point, and the molecules leave one state. It leaves, for example, ice leaves one state and goes into water, liquid form, and when liquid is further heated, it goes from liquid form to gaseous form. Okay. Temperature, thermal expansion, we will be discussing thermal expansion. Increase in volume of a substance, how it increases the volume when its temperature increases. You can see a container over here. This container over here is, there are certain molecules, gas molecules. When it is heated, the volume, you can see the molecules are much going further apart, and the molecules, the volume, you can see it is increasing once the heat is given to this container of air. Okay, so air molecules are there. Earlier it was much more closer. When heat is given, it is further apart. So when heat is applied, the molecules move faster and move further apart. This does not affect the bonding between the molecules. This does not affect the bonding between molecules. Now we will discuss what is thermal contraction. There is something called as thermal contraction. When temperature decreases, the volume decreases. This is called thermal contraction. So when temperature decreases, the volume decreases. For example, you can take ice. So when it is from the liquid, if we take to a freezing point, the temperature decreases. If we freeze a liquid, the temperature decreases. From liquid state, it can be condensed and taken to ice state. Okay, by freezing. So here the volume is getting decreased. Now you have understood the concept, like after heating, what happens is that gases expand. Okay, gases expand. Okay, after heating much more strongly compared to liquids, and liquids expand much more than gases. Gases has weaker bonding between their molecules. So gas has weaker bonding between their molecules. Liquid have slightly more bonding between the molecules, and solids have the highest between their molecules. So that is why solids, if we try to heat, it is consuming much more energy compared to liquid. Liquid also, when we try to heat, the molecules are slightly more, their bonding is there between the molecule, and gases extremely weak bonding between their molecules. Now let's take an example so that we can understand what is, we can take an example of thermal expansion, what causes it, which we can take by railway tracks. Railway tracks, why they are gaps kept in railway tracks? You can see the railway tracks over here. The gaps are kept. gaps are left for thermal expansion. Suppose we do not keep a gap for thermal expansion over here, you can see what happens is that once it is expanded due to heat, the railway tracks, they bend. And in bridges also certain gaps are kept for thermal expansion. You can see the gaps are kept for thermal expansion itself. So if we do not keep these gaps for thermal expansion, the metals, the heat will bend. So here the metal tracks over here, there are gaps kept for thermal expansion. If gaps are not kept, it will bend like this if they are together. So that is the primary reason why gaps are kept. So in bridges also gaps are kept, you can see.